Here's a recycling plan for you.
We're turning tyres into roads. We're turning plastics into toys.
Turning still under investigation former premiers into shiny new federal election candidates.
We're world leaders in recycling.
Indeed.
I'd love to see her in the federal parliament because she's an outstanding female representative.
I'd love to see Gladys do so.
I think she'd be great.
As for the corruption inquiry that saw Gladys Berejiklian resign in the first place...
Gladys was put in a position of actually having to stand down, and there was no findings of anything.
The thing about those findings is they're still pending, due sometime next year.
I mean, there's no suggestion of criminal conduct by Gladys Berejiklian. None whatsoever.
There is, however, an ongoing ICAC investigation into whether the former New South Wales Premier breached the public trust.
I've already got you the Warringah Hospital. I just spoke to Dom and I said, just put the 140 in the budget. He goes, no worries. He just does what I ask him to.
Or turned a blind eye to corrupt conduct during her secret relationship with disgraced former MP Darryl Maguire.
And the good news is, William tells me we've done our deal.
I don't need to know about that bit.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Given this cloud is over her head, what message does it send if you support her running for Warringah at this election?
I don't agree with the way you've characterised it.
The PM throwing shade at the process in the process.
I don't call that justice at all. What I saw is a pile-on. What was that about? Was that about shaming Gladys Berejiklian? I thought that was awful.
It is absolutely outrageous that the Prime Minister of the day has undermined the ICAC. That's what the Prime Minister has effectively done.
If she wants to have a crack at Warringah for the Liberal Party, I suspect the people in Warringah would welcome that. And we'll let the people decide.
Well, that's the campaign pitch sorted. Now the only thing missing is the candidate.
Just settle down. Everyone's a bit excited today. I'm quite calm, but you guys probably need to take a bit of a chill today.
Well, Independent Zali Steggall is the member for Warringah, where Gladys Berejiklian is reportedly considering a tilt, and she joins us now. Zali, if Gladys does decide to run, do you reckon you can beat her?
Oh, well, look, I am an Olympic athlete, right? So I don't worry about who the competition is. I just worry about my race plan and doing my very best. At the end of the day, it's up to the people of Warringah. They know the issues they care about.
The central issue, of course, that surrounds Gladys Berejiklian is the ICAC investigation. Findings are pending, of course. They'll arrive sometime, probably after the election. Are you surprised that Scott Morrison has thrown his support behind her in those circumstances?
I am, and look, I actually think it's really inappropriate and wrong that the Prime Minister and senior ministers are casting doubt over the importance and the work that New South Wales ICAC are doing. This is really important for public trust in government. You know, an integrity commission that verifies and investigates anti-corruption is incredibly important. At federal level, there is a lack of respect for the need for accountability and integrity.
Except the federal government may well be in tune with the actual people of New South Wales. The Sydney Morning Herald, for example, has done polling on people's attitudes towards Gladys Berejiklian since her ICAC appearances, and it seemed that after there was a blip around the time the investigation started, after she appeared, support for her went back up. And so the verdict seems to be, yes, there's this ICAC thing, but we actually don't think that's that important. We really, really like Gladys Berejiklian.
But that's a popularity poll. So someone can be popular, but being popular should not put you above scrutiny. And I think that's the importance of New South Wales ICAC is no matter how popular, no one is above investigation. And I think it would be a mistake to misconstrue popularity for what voters actually want when it comes to integrity. The call for a Federal Integrity Commission and for clear policies is really loud coming out of Warringah, and I would say many electorates. And it doesn't matter who the candidate is in Warringah, they still have to sell Scott Morrison and Barnaby Joyce's policies. And I don't think that's a very easy job to do.
I hear what you say there, but you beat Tony Abbott, Zali, and obviously dislike of Tony Abbott in Warringah was what got you over the line, as well as people liking your policies. So you're going to have a difficult decision to make, aren't you? If Gladys Berejiklian runs, do you use the dirt from ICAC on her to win the seat?
No, I use policies because remember, Tony Abbott brought to the electorate a policy of 26 to 28% emission reductions by 2030, right? They are the policies and the commitments he made in 2015. they haven't changed despite all the evidence, the 2019 bushfire season, IPCC report. They haven't changed their policy. And it doesn't matter who the candidate is, whether it's Warringah, whether it's Wentworth or Mackellar or North Sydney. The policies are out of touch with the expectation of the communities. And I think that is the bigger problem.
So no dirt file?
No. Look, our policy was very much our 3 Ps: polite, prepared and positive. If there's one thing people always say to me is they hate the nastiness of the major parties and the political games that get played.
One thing's for sure, the seat of Warringah just got a whole lot more interesting. Zali, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.